one-game season, right? I probably said that 500 times, but this is it. You got a one-game season. There's no tomorrow, there's no lifting, there's no running, there's no injury check, there ain't shit. You understand that? The best game we played all year in all three phases, from the first play to the last. There's gonna be some things that don't go right. Who gives a shit? Get up and play the next play.
To join the team in Detroit through Miami today.
What's up, my man? I miss you, my man. Long live Kamari. It's been a long journey without you, man. For real, I really do miss you, bro. Obviously, this year didn't go how I planned, but I'm glad you was with me every step of the way, my man. Long live Photons. Thank you.
I got put in the system probably when I was like 12 or 13. Kind of was like just through the system of like housings, foster care. I grew up obviously in poverty, grew up on the far east side of Indianapolis.
So Scott, we met in 2020. He was looking for a place to live, and my wife, she's a teacher at Carmel High School, and so we got connected with Scott through the football program.
I was at school, and I had my mom for class, like just a regular student, and I kind of remember the day still like the back of my hand. I was on my phone. I was kind of had my head down because like my living situation was kind of at stake. I was gonna have to move schools, and I didn't want to move schools. I kind of just got my foot in the door at Carmel with football. I remember kind of telling her that, and then like not even a hesitation, she kind of like let me know like, hey, if you need a place, you can always come stay with us.
He was looking for a foster home, and we were fostering at the time. So we said, yeah, let's meet him. So we met him. In June of 2020, we met him on a Monday, moved in on Tuesday. It was a 24-hour experience.
I was just confused on how fast and how nice people can be until like I actually got there, and I was like, wow, these are some genuine people. Kind of like let me into their family. I was able to play my senior year at Carmel instead of moving schools. I had a decent high school career. Played at Carmel High School all 4 years, won Letterman's, and then I stepped into my collegiate career. I was at St. Francis, and then towards my junior year, I put my hat in the portal. I wanted to bet on myself. I talked to my dad, I talked to some of my friends. The next few days, Coach Shaq reached out to me. I think that will seal the deal because he told me, hey, I can come here and fight for a scholarship. I came here, I worked in the summer, put my hat down, went to work, and I was able to work myself up to a 2. Coach, you put me on scholarship, and it was truly amazing.
One of the best things you get to do as a head coach is reward guys and put them on scholarship when they earn it. I know he's really excited about it and earned it, and he's done a great job this year.
I walked in there, sat down. He told me how he loved my film, loved who I am, and just kind of me putting my best foot forward. And when he told me I was on scholarship, I was mind blown. That's pretty much what I've been working for, getting paid to play a sport that I love, and knowing that I was able to do that kind of was a burden lifted off my shoulders, like my bills and things like that.
I just remember how excited he was, and then he told me he could go quit his job now. For him to be able just to focus on school and football was exciting for him, and I was happy for him.
And that was one of the things that I checked off, was scholarship. Onto the field, knowing that I'm going to graduate here soon, knowing that life is going to continue, knowing that I had a great career here, knowing that people love me.
I think he's got way bigger things ahead of him, but I keep telling him, run it out to the end, man. Don't look back and regret anything. Keep going after your dreams, your aspirations. He's had a lot of people tell him you can't do it, and he keeps breaking those aspirations. He keeps breaking the barriers.
And just looking back, it's like I definitely had my ups and downs of just me, myself, but sticking, like with them sticking beside me no matter what is kind of what set me up for the future and set me up for now.
Yeah, he's broken statistics after statistics, man. This guy has first in his family to graduate high school, first in his family to get to college, first in his family to play at a college level, So I would say that's a miracle that he's out here.
It's breathtaking. I sit here and I'm looking out, looking at everything and just taking it in. Like, man, I actually played on this field. I put blood, sweat, and tears on this field. I know for a fact that, like, hey, I'm proud of what I did here. Nothing, I don't leave anything for regret. or anything on the table. Take all the opportunities that I can, and that I did. Truly happy for myself. It's just mind-blowing a little bit.
The sun sets on the Cardinals season today, but before the year wraps, Ball State football can head to the offseason with a trophy victory.
Well, we're obviously playing a really good team on the road, and it's a trophy game, and it's a real good measuring stick for us as to what we're trying to get to and where we're trying to go.
I really wanted to send them out with the bowl game, and not being able to do that is, disappointing, but those guys, those seniors are really going to play as hard as they can.
Wanted to finish how I started. We weren't just going to quit because we couldn't make a bowl game now or because the season may look over.
I was emotional all week. It's kind of like you think about where you started, and I've been playing football for 10 plus years now.
You think about that day coming, but you really never prepare for that day to come. And
when it got to game day, it was just like a normal day.
That was the same field where I played my first college snaps, so I just thought it was ironic that that's where, my last snaps was. Senior in high school, Tampa, Florida. My first time seeing Muncie was when report day was. I wanted to be the best practice player I could be. Practices was like my Super Bowl. Ended up winning Scout Team Player of the Year that year. Halfway through the spring, they said that I could play receiver for them. I could be an all-MAC receiver. And I also could be an all-MAC quarterback, but one might take longer than the other. And I just told them that I wanted to, continue to play quarterback because that's what I came to college to do. They approached me, wanted me to, change things up. I started the last 6 games. That really kick-started my career. Leaving that season, going into the spring, I started out as a DB. That was a 2-year plan, and I didn't want that. I wanted to, help the team now. So I entered the portal because I wanted to, get a head start. A couple weeks into that, I heard from Coach U, and he just brought me in here and told me the foundation and really what he had for me. He didn't lie to me about anything. I came, decided to come back, put in the work to become the starting quarterback that I wanted to be.
The Redbird rivalry begins in mere moments against Miami. The heated matchup marks the 39th meeting all time, and a win not only bags a trophy for the Cardinals, but also keeps Miami away from Detroit.
Very last one. This ain't no sin, it's the last one.
Let's go, man, all together. One family. Let's get out of it with the trophy and win and get back to Muncie, baby. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The emotions were high. I honestly felt like this game was kind of for me in some type of way. Being a freshman and getting to play in the last game was a big opportunity. I just feel like I had to capitalize off of that.
Out effort, these guys. Out effort.
Talking all year about a one-game season, right? I probably said that 500 times, but this is it. You got a one-game season. There's no tomorrow, there's no lifting, there's no running, there's no injury check, there ain't shit. There's just this group going out and playing the best game we've played all year. Let's play our best game right now and go win that trophy. Take that back home with us, all right? Yeah.
were some ups and downs in the game, and we gave up the score, and the offense responded.
It was a great feeling, you know, when I crossed that line. It was just like, I don't know, emotions were high. It was a pretty good feeling even though I didn't show it. It was amazing.
Hey, check this out here.
I broke the record for most sacks in a season since 1982. I wanted to break the all-time record because I'm always going to hold myself to a higher standard. I'm definitely proud of what I accomplished here. My goal for the season, for like sack-wise, was to hit double digits. I had it written on my mirror. I saw it every single day, and I surpassed that. It means a lot because just what my story has been and like how many times like people gave up on me, like told me I wasn't good enough. It's just cool to be able to accomplish so much.
The dawn of a new chapter at Ball State football begins today. At the helm is first-year head coach Mike Yuremovich, set to lead the Cardinals against his alma mater, the Purdue Boilermakers. Week 1 of the college football season has finally arrived.
Obviously, in the beginning of the year, we lost the first 2 games, but we showed flashes of like actually being something great.
Week 2 of college football places Ball State in SEC country today. The Cardinals face the Auburn Tigers.
I definitely think we had a spurt where we did some great things, man. Like we put some games together. One of the stretches that I kind of think about is that New Hampshire going into UConn, into OU. I think that was like a big swing for us. I think the New Hampshire game, that was like the game really where we kind of like got our confidence as a team.
It is hard to win in college football, and you all won a game in the fourth quarter, which we've been talking about for 8 months.
And we got to UConn, you know, with them being a non-conference opponent, and we didn't know really where to gauge them.
It's not going to take anything special, but every one of you's got to do your job on every single play, and then play the next play.
We played a great game there. I think that was one of the better games that we played this year, offensively and defensively. And going into OU, everybody know what happened to that OU game.
On a sparkling Saturday afternoon from Schumann Stadium, the Ball State Cardinals welcome the reigning MAC champion, Ohio Bobcats.
Keon's catch in the fourth quarter, like you watch that on the sideline, everybody run off in the field after we upset them. That's something you're always gonna remember.
I think that was one of the stretches that I think about, you know, in the positive light. But
game starts to play out. Sometimes it plays out how you want it to go, and sometimes it doesn't. You have to adjust.
We just got to moments where we just got out of line and like started penalties and little things here that hurt progress. I think that was a common theme all year.
We missed a couple opportunities that maybe could have, you know, swung it our way a little bit, but you know, it was similar to how the season went.
That is going to do it here from Kalamazoo. Ball State drops 42-0 against Western Michigan as the Broncos win on homecoming and the Cardinals fall to 1-1 in Mid-American Conference play.
I think the biggest high was winning the Maxion game. Because, I mean, national television, a little kid is gonna randomly turn on the TV.
Let's go, oh.
And he's gonna see us playing football. The biggest low this year, that NIU game hurt. Like, that's a rivalry game. We don't want to lose a rivalry game, and that's a team that we know we're better than.
I just wanted to, you know, keep playing till there was no time left. The last thing I would do is quit. It was cool to finish my career with a touchdown pass. It almost wasn't that way. Almost was a fumble, so it was good.
The guys did play extremely hard until the very end. Got some stops on defense, went down and scored, and you know the guys didn't quit playing, which is the standard, but it's not always the case in the last game of the year when you're down.
You know, the back half, you know, like I said, our last 3 games here, man, we didn't do what we wanted to do, which was win. I don't think guys quit in the least bit, man. Guys kept showing up even though, you know, we wasn't getting the result that we wanted. You know, guys kept working hard, kept going to meetings, doing the extra things, you know, that required to make this thing work. I'm just grateful that we were able to, you know, have these moments because, you know, a lot of people kill to be in these seats and kill to be in those meetings, whether it's a win or a loss. So it's always a win in my book.
The guys on the team, from the seniors to the new guys to the transfers, really came together as a group and worked hard towards a common goal all year, and that was fun to watch.
And that's the end of the Ball State football season. They fall 45-24 against the Miami Redhawks here today from Oxford, Ohio. Ball State finishes the season 4-8. 3-5 in the Mid-American Conference, a 1-game improvement from last season with the first-year coaching staff.
Well, it's tough for the seniors because you always want them to win the last game they play, and you know those guys came in and have bought into what we've been trying to do, and some of them will get a chance to play in the NFL, but most of them won't.
It didn't hit me at first. I walked off the field and I saw Smiley crying. To see him crying and knowing that, like, all the stuff he's been through, like being here his whole career, being here 5 years, knowing that it's over for guys like that hurts me. And then after that, I went to go see my dad, and then once I hugged my dad, that's kind of when it just like, I just started crying.
Proud of the way you guys played all year. Proud of the way you guys fought. And proud of the way the seniors came in and bought into what we're trying to do and try to get the foundation set for what we're going to do moving forward. All right, get a break, man. Last one.
talk about the seniors. What have they meant to you in this first year at Ball State?
They've been great. The guys that, like Nate, that just got here, the guys that have been here 5 years, 4 years like he and Kyle and everybody else, they bought into what we're doing and made it a lot easier to transition.
We did a press conference like right after the game, and that was the moment where it kind of set in.
Longest tenure at Ball State Cardinal on this football team was kind of what's it like playing your final game?
It's been a ride, man. I don't really know, man. It's been ups, it's been downs. I'm grateful for it all, bro. Like I'm truly just scrambling, man. Like to know that the clock just hit 0 for the last time, but I'm just grateful.
It's just like, man, like it kind of just gets to racing. You just get to thinking about like, how far you came, and you know the memories you made, and like this is gonna be the first time where I kind of just like enter, you know, that to the Wolves, essentially just enter the real world.
I feel like sometimes we forget why we play this game. You know what I'm saying? Like what I just did out there, I dreamed about years ago. You know, and I can be complacent about it. You know, we didn't win. It's my last game, but it's like I just did something that I dreamed of, never probably thought that I would be doing. You know. You know, now I'm at the point where it's uncertainty, where it's, I don't know if I'll do it again, you know, so it's not up to me. So I'm just grateful to have that opportunity to go out there one last time with my brothers, put on this Cardinal uniform and just represent the people of Muncie for sure.
Yeah, my story, man, is I would just say overcoming adversity, man, just simply put, you know. Being a young kid coming from Columbus, Ohio, my career hasn't been so ideal. You know, with me being academically ineligible, that was just a really dark time for me and my family. You know, I really didn't know if I was going to be able to, you know, dig myself out that hole, but Ball State stayed committed to me. You know, the support staff, the coaches, everybody kind of rallied around me during that time in that dark spot. You know, I found myself here in Muncie. I found out who I want to be, the type of player I want to be, the type of man I want to be, honestly.
All right. Keon, thank you very much.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it. Thanks,
Yes,
guys.
sir.
Thank you, guys.
I'm honestly just not even thinking. My mind is clear right now. Coach Sherman, I go see my dad. It's kind of all gonna flood in, but I'm not even thinking right now. Like, it's like a surreal moment.
Why did you decide to come to Ball State for last season?
It was my only option. Like, this was the only school in the country that wanted me. I knew I wanted to play FBS football, and I hit up every coach, every school in the MAC, and everybody said no, or they just didn't answer. I really was only gonna get one shot. I knew getting here, I overcame a lot of adversity. I was blessed to be able to come here. That really set the foundation for the rest of my career, and really the rest of my life.
You know, there's nothing that you can't get through. You gotta just see it through, honestly. Don't let anything change your mindset. You gotta be the change.
You know, one of my first tattoos was bet on yourself. I got on my arm. You know, having to go down a level last year, it's kind of like, you kind of have those doubts. It's like, am I really who I say I am? But like, I promised myself that no matter what, I was always gonna bet on myself. I was always gonna take my biggest opportunity because I know what I can be.
My story is definitely gonna be one of those stories that I hope people can definitely look back at and be like, man, he just never quit.
You know, people will try to bring you down for whatever reason. They say whatever, you know, not a good quarterback, can't throw. I shouldn't be the quarterback. So many times it could have been just easy for me to just up and leave, and I never did any of that. I really, truly believe that's why I think in the end it worked out.
It was so many times and so many people that told me or I couldn't do it or told me I wasn't supposed to be here anymore or whatever the case may be, and I just kind of, you know, went about it in my own manner and found out and found my way, and I'm grateful that I didn't give up on this thing.
There's a lot of things that happen when you take over a football program, and you know, and it should be this way. Everybody judges you by the 12 Saturdays that you play, and we should be judged by that.
All right, ready? Ready. All right, great job, guys. It's hard to win a game, man. The positive thing to me is there's a lot of things we can fix. You guys agree with that?
Yes, sir.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of improvements that have been made in the program behind the scenes. This was a productive year, and it really set us up for a good fall next year and for a good situation moving forward with the program.
Well, it was year one, and everything we asked these kids to do, they did. Getting to play for Coach U, we're the first class that he's recruited for Ball State. We got a very good group of young guys, and I fully believe that they're capable in executing.
Back to work. For right now, for coaches, it's go recruit and get our roster set for January.
I'm more excited going into this year than I was even when I got the job here and our staff came in here, because we know what the measuring stick is. We've gone through league play for a year. We know where we have to get better at. Now we can focus on those areas and improve.
I got my shot, and now fans know about me. The scouts know about me. The country knows about me. I got an all-star game, and then I got my pro day, and we'll see what happens.
Going to pursue this NFL dream. You only get one shot at it.
As a child, you dream of it. You watch the combine, you watch the draft. So I gotta do everything I can in this offseason to put myself in a position to get drafted.
There's nothing set, there's no set foundation as far as, this is the team I'm going to be on, this is the place I'm going to be at. It's just that feeling of uncertainty, like you really don't know what's guaranteed after this.
There's always gonna be another reason to have a chip on my shoulder. I finished second in the country in sacks. First place was only a half sack above me, and I'm still projected to go undrafted. So it's okay, I showed them what I can do, and they just still don't believe me. So I'm gonna just have to show them again.
I wanted to be a part of the change because I feel like, man, this place deserves it. I know that with Coach U and Singh, should be in good hands.
I wouldn't have this opportunity if I was still at my old school. So I'm very thankful for Coach U, Coach Sawicki, the whole staff for just believing in me.
Ball State gave me a foundation to show the world who I am. This place is always gonna be, home.
I kind of just felt like this place really felt like home, because I really seen that this place was for me and the people that were here were for me, and it made me appreciate this place more than ever.
The biggest lesson I learned is don't try to do it on your own.
We had a group of brand new coaches with a group of brand new players that we hadn't coached before, with another group of transfers and high school players that came in.
In order for us to win games and kind of get that chemistry going, we had to, be a team and be together. It's the brotherhood. These guys are out there each week, and they're playing for one another.
That's the biggest thing about togetherness, the family aspect of it, man. It's a lifetime relationship. It's more than just a sport, man. I feel like that's what a lot of people don't understand about this game of football. It's such a beautiful game that it teaches you so many things about life that you can carry on further than the grass or the turf can ever take you.
There's a lot of things that can happen in a season that'll try to pull you apart, but as the year went on, each new challenge, they answered it.
We didn't give up on each other. We didn't give up on ourselves, and we truly stayed together.
We all leaned on each other, no matter the circumstances, that brings you together and brings you stronger. So, that's really been the theme my whole career.
Everybody involved in it brought everybody together and attacked one mission. When we won together, and when we lost together. And we've came together as a group right now, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we can come together in the future to continue to build the program.